A lot of people are scared of the cryptocurrency market because it is always changing, but who isn't? All of the XRP chart experts I follow would be in that group. They are actually very excited and hopeful about the future because it makes sense. There are many analysts who think the best is yet to come. Additionally, one of the most respected chart experts says that the main goal is much higher than where we are now. So I will give you the analysis and thoughts of 12 different people who look at XRP charts. The value of XRP is $3. Bitcoin is worth a lot more now than it was 24 hours ago, when it was worth only 2.86, and now it's worth. I'm aware that those sudden changes can be scary for some people. That being said, it's an everyday thing. Crypto is doing things that have to do with crypto. Also, just because cryptocurrency does something doesn't mean you should freak out. There is no way that it makes sense. Just being honest, XRP has never been this strong, and everything is going great, so you'll enjoy seeing it. This post was written by chart analyst Mustache. This other Bitcoin chart shows the 125 coins that are in the top 125 by market capitalization, but not the top 10. This does not include XRP, but it does show what other cryptocurrencies might expect, which I think is very important. We're here to make money with altcoins, not Bitcoin after all. The market as a whole will follow when it does. No matter what, he added, altcoins. Altcoins have been in a falling wedge for 4 years, but most people are still bearish. He told them to buy dips. Don't worry about the shorter time frame. It's all just noise. After this fix, it was a lot higher. Yes, and I'm sure he's right. This picture is going to destroy Bitcoin completely. The most interesting individual chart is the XRP BTC chart. It makes me laugh to see how many people hate XRP, especially the poisonous Bitcoin maximalists. A lot of them hate XRP for no good reason. A lot of people suffer from XRP derangement syndrome, and I love how XRP has turned Bitcoin into a sexy girl, and I'm glad about it. So I can't wait to see where things end up at the end of this market cycle. This is a post about altcoins. This is a graph of Ethereum's prices. They said that $5,000 is more than just resistance, and that Ethereum is turning around from bearish pressure. $5,000 is now the target. There's a wall in front of Ethereum. If it is broken, a profit-taking zone will begin, and the next upward stretch will begin. Ethereum must first hit it hard. They are definitely right about the $5,000 mark, which is why I'm bringing it up. But this is when the season has always begun. When Ethereum breaks through with conviction, everything goes even extra. It's not just crossing the all-time high like it did the other day, which makes me very happy. Just making it clear that this is the time we live in, that close. We are very close with each other. You have also seen other important things happen in the past few days. At the end of last week, the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, and the NASDAQ 100 all hit new highs. The Russell 2000 also saw a big rise in value. To be honest, I had a great time last Friday. Because of this, everything going on right now should make you even more sure that the best is yet to come. Also, this is what always happens when cycles end. It seems like we've been through every cycle there is. A company called Swissblock does on-chain analytics. This is a post from them. They say that $21,000 is the ceiling to break, and that Bitcoin is now at a make-or-break level. $110,000 is the same as lifeline support. To sum up, Bitcoin has shown that it can last longer than $100,000. Still, whether the trend stays bullish or changes into fundamental weakness will depend on how well it can handle a drop below 110. First, I want to say that this piece was written by Mikey Bull Crypto. This is a chart for Ethereum BTC. He says that the bullish MACD cross will soon flip for the first time in 5 years. The alt season is coming up quickly, so this is what the charts show. This is a sign of momentum. The charts show what is most likely to be true by a large amount. People are still scared, even though it would be smarter to just be really excited. My friends, let's use logic, reason, and facts. A chart analyst known as Matsby wrote this post. First, Bitcoin was turned down at its all-time high of 6. He also says, then we saw Solana get turned down several times at the all-time highs set in 2021 and still can't break above. Around the previous all-time highs of 2018, XRP was turned down, and it hasn't been able to go above them yet. Ethereum is being turned down at all-time highs from 2021 because it isn't ready to launch yet. At some point, they will all follow Bitcoin's lead and reach all-time highs. The question is when, not if. Okay, that's exactly how all of the analysts I follow feel. The very best is yet to come. They know that this is going to happen. Do not be scared right now. XRP hasn't been used by us. Do you think that XRP will level off for almost 10 years before ripping to the upside and touching the all-time high a few times this year? It's just, I don't believe it's finally done. It would take a real black swan for everything to go wrong here. Probably not likely at all. Hey there, friends. This report from Crypto Insight UK says that XRP is doing pretty well every day. As this chop goes on, lows stay put. We can say that the relative strength index is stable at about 40. As soon as we get a day or two of strong price action, I think we'll be done. The same thing happens with XRP BTC. The price stayed the same though, even though it lost money yesterday, and the daily RSI shows a positive cross. We are at a very important point for XRP/BTC. This area has been a resistance for about 6 years. To get out of this zone and start moving toward the gray box shown below, which is our next area of difficulty, we want to see if we can get enough traction. He might be the 7th XRP chart expert I've heard of, to show how long the XRP BTC chart has been in a range of prices. I'm going to take a moment to say that. For some reason, he only went back 6 years. Other people have said that it has been building up here for more than 8 years. That's important, because when something finally breaks, it will have more force than when it first solidified. In this case, it has definitely done that. This is the same idea we talked about last year when we talked about how the XRP-USD had been consolidating for 7 years. We've been through that before, so I told them, guys, when this goes, it's really going to go. I said that XRP would keep making Bitcoin look like a fool because we're still waiting for the same idea to come true, but with the XRP versus BTC chart, that's not the right way to do it. It will also annoy the Bitcoin maxes, which makes me happy all over again. In this way, we're moving forward. Finally, he says that XRP ETH is finally continuing to recover from multi-year resistance and turn into support every week. Just like we said in this week's email, we don't know much about XRP yet, but it seems to be very different from many other cryptocurrencies. It's not that bad, yes. I like this story. This story doesn't have any bad parts. You can use this crypto wizard to look at charts. This is a graph of XRP versus BTC. He is one of the analysts I follow who told me about this. In 8 years, the giant will be getting ready to wake up. When compared to Bitcoin, XRP is getting close to its 8-year trend line. Waiting pays off. A break above this lower level will start the next rise to new highs. I meant to say lower high trend line. On this chart, there hasn't been a new all-time high in almost 10 years. So this is another expert who thinks more about when than if it's going to happen. You can imagine what that would mean for XRP and the chart that shows XRP versus USD. I believe it is likely to happen. Things are going to get really crazy. This post from xrp+BTC, a well-known crypto chart expert, shows that he has some faith in it. This is something he's been talking about for a long time, and this squiggle makes it look like he thinks XRP will soon be much faster than Bitcoin. In fact, this is not the same post from Sunday. It happened on Sunday, 2 days ago. XRP+BTC on this screen change. He also said that the main goal for this next rise in XRP to range highs is between 3. Most likely a spot will still be held until double digits. So he really is one of the best analysts in this field, you know? Personally, I believe there's a reason he has 475,000 fans. People trust him and he has a good track record. Even though everyone is scared, he keeps saying, no, XRP is going to double digits. Here is where he will start charging around $10. He thinks that the most likely price for XRP will be between $20 and